Did you see what Bill Maher said about you on Friday? He had a little editorial at the end of the. Do we have? I'll just show it to you. Just take a quick look at Bill Maher.
Russell Brand is in the news. He's a funny guy, but he just wrote a book that's more laughable, where he tells young people not to vote because the system is so awful and so dirty that the only solution is to bring it down. Not by violence, but not by voting either. No, by some sort of spiritual awakening. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, you know what? Don't vote, but don't dress it up as something noble or sophisticated. The fake excuses offend me. Like, politicians, they're all the same. No, you're thinking of the Lord of the Rings movies.
What do you make of that?
I don't mind if people are offended. Like, people being offended is like people are allowed to be offended. It doesn't make any difference to me. But in a way, that's a kind of a reductive presentation of what I said in my book. In my book, I said there is no point in voting because there is no one that's representing the interests of ordinary people. It's interesting how much it's provoked people. You know, like, of course there are distinctions between politicians. Some have long hair, some are women, some are slightly browner than the other ones. But what I would like is a politician that says, I will confront corporate interests on behalf of ordinary Americans. I will confront Monsanto, Pfizer, Amazon, Google on your behalf. I will close tax loopholes. I will see to it that you have proper schools, proper health, that you can live as ordinary Americans were supposed to live. As Thomas Jefferson, one of your great forefathers, said, every generation should have a revolution. Every generation should have a revolution. The last time you had a revolution in this country is because you were governed by a rich, privileged elite that taxed you and didn't represent you. It's happening again now. It's just they don't have the accents and they're not living on an island. And I would say that the accents and the living on the island was the cutest thing about George III and those guys. So what I'm saying is that if you want change, you won't get it. Remember, just as you don't have to listen to me, the truth is the truth. You remember the Obama campaign? Yes, we can change. Yes, we can change. Right, well, you've done that now. Did you get your change?
Not a lot of money in real change, Russell.
Well,
without Pfizer, how are you going to get your campaign off the ground? You're crazy.
I suppose we're talking to ordinary people, Josh. I mean, I'm optimistic about humanity, but Bill Maher's been doing that job for a long time, and I suppose it hasn't made a lot of difference, so he's probably a bit worn out. But I believe in people. I believe in people.